Hey, what's going on, guys? Flick here, and welcome back to another episode of the snazzy Southampton career mode. Big thanks to Joe for today's comment and today's adjective. If you guys want to get featured in the next episode of this career mode, go ahead and drop a comment with an adjective that starts with S, and I might just pick yours. But for the matter at hand today, we have a tough road ahead with matches against Arsenal, Spurs, and Manchester United. Arguably the toughest episode in terms of gameplay throughout this entire series. But more importantly for me, and probably for you guys as well, the title update has been released for Xbox One and PS4, which means we have Premier League exclusive graphics. One other minor change that I noticed from this title update is that the player faces and the squad reports have been changed for a couple of players, including Ruben Semedo. And this is a slight modification, but it means a lot to me, and it's a nice improvement by EA, and I think they deserve credit where it is due. You saw there was a slight change for Ryan Bertrand, and lastly, there is also one for our left winger in Sofiane Boufal. They're fresh, they're updated, and this is a very clean addition. Hypothetically speaking, if we were to get a win in our first match against Arsenal, that would close the points gap between us and Spurs to just 2 points. At one point in the season, they were up by like 8 points overall, and I just can't believe they started to slip up. I think other competitions have started to wear out their first team, whereas we've been kicked out of those competitions, and we can focus exclusively on the Premier League. So this will be a very interesting episode, and by the end of it, we might even be first place in the Premier League. We have our first team back in action for this game against Arsenal, and although Arsenal might have the better side, you could argue that we have the better team in terms of form, and our front three are all in great form. Boufal, Rodriguez, and Tadic have been bagging in goals, and they'll have to continue to do so if we want to think about getting a win at home at St. Mary's. Unlike teams like Manchester United, Arsenal haven't made many moves in this career mode, just adding the players that Arsenal signed in real life in the most recent summer transfer window. But this team is beatable. We'll have to put in a good performance, but we've been doing that lately, and I have confidence. Santi Cazorla. He scored a couple of bangers on me in FIFA 16, but this time he'll lay off the pass to Debuchy, playing it inside to Oxlade-Chamberlain. This is too easy from Arsenal, and had it not been for a save from Fraser Forster, it would have been the first goal of the match. Only 3 minutes into the game, and Arsenal, clearly they're dangerous, and it will be a corner kick. Looking for the likes of Per Mertesacker or Olivier Giroud. Virgil van Dijk gets it cleared, and we'll try to get on the counterattack. It's Dusan Tadic, has more pace than Mertesacker, and here he goes. No one really closing him down. He has a couple options here in the middle. He'll continue running, and we'll just try to get a shot on target. Petr Cech was guessing that if he would have gone to the near post. If I would have shot it far, that could have been a goal. It's Kieran Gibbs on the ball. Arsenal's fullbacks are pushing up, and Santi Cazorla gets dispossessed. We have the option on the left with Sofiane Boufal, and we'll let him run onto this. This could be another chance, and knowing that Petr Cech guards his near post, we'll shoot far. And the far post shot was on target, but saved by Petr Cech. We'll see if corner kicks are different at all with the near post driven. Someone needs to get there, and Coquelin gets it cleared. Can't be dispossessed right there. Coquelin starting the counterattack, and Santi Cazorla looking for options around him. Olivier Giroud, the target man striker, showing off some of his dribbling to Elneny. Now the shot is again saved by Fraser Forster. It's a battle of the keepers so far. Both teams getting shots on target, but the keepers have been fantastic. Nice look to find Jordi Clasie. And he's got the strength to hold off the defender. Højbjerg looking to shoot this one far post. Mertesacker with the block, and it was much needed. We've been working on Højbjerg and James Ward-Prowse's finishing. We really haven't had the opportunity to put that into action. I want to let them get some goals and show that they can finish chances. What is Kieran Gibbs thinking? Suddenly it's Dusan Tadic on the ball, using the Berber spin to cut inside, wins it back for Mustafi. His relentless is unprecedented, and James Ward-Prowse trying to create something before the end of the first half, but that is the halftime whistle, and we go into the break, still 0-0. It's been an entertaining game, and I'm liking how the new patch does feel. It feels like the CPU is pushing forward and trying to create chances. Had it not been for the goalkeepers, I think one of the two teams should have scored in this game. We'll take a look at those halftime statistics and see how things are matching up for both teams. 4 shots, 3 on target for us, 5 shots, 3 on target for Arsenal. It's an even game. Oh, this is some great passing play by Arsenal, and that was the first chance of the second half. And once again, Fraser Forster seems to be back. He had a couple of poor episodes recently, but now he's making save after save. And although he's not grabbing those chances and recollecting possession, he's not letting in goals. 15 minutes played so far in this second half, and we've really yet to see an opportunity for us at Southampton. So I'm going to make a couple of substitutions and use them tactically in order to create some more chances. Jay Rodriguez coming off, Sebastian Aller coming on, and I'll also be bringing on Romeu for Jordi Clasie. Oh, this could be a great bit of build-up play if we can get around the final defender. Sofiane Buffon doing it on his own and looking to test. Oh my goodness, what a goal. I couldn't even finish my sentence. Sofiane Buffon cracking in a long shot. I heard rumors that long shots were back, and they well and truly are. Sofiane Buffon going crossbody, and Petr Cech is beaten. Oh, Arsenal striking right back. Fraser Forster, what a save, and our defense backs him up. Let's go, boys. Let's hang on to this clean sheet and not concede right here. Well done by the big man in the back. Fraser Forster, potentially the best game he's played all season. What a time to do it. We'll get one final change going for us. Dusan Tadic is looking tired at that right wing position. We have a plentiful amount of options to substitute off for him, and I will be bringing on Nathan Redmond. Olivier Giroud trying to get that goal for Arsenal, and we score a long shot, then they score a long shot. Couple issues there with the scorecard. You can see that probably needs to be fixed, but let's not take away from that strike from Olivier Giroud. Going one-on-one with one of our defenders, we were trying to jockey with him, but he created enough space and beats Fraser Forster on his near post. 4 minutes of added time left in this one, and we could have enough time to get on the counterattack once more. The cross is sent into Olivier Giroud. We get a block in, and we will get this one cleared. Let's go, boys. Let's get on the counterattack. James Ward-Prowse gets through the pickle, plays it in the middle to Sebastian Aller, has the run on the right, and now it's Pierre-Emile Højbjerg trying to get by the Arsenal fullback. Apparently that's not a foul, and the game comes to an end. That was a hard-fought draw, and I'm proud of the team to put in the performance that they did today. Also an entertaining match for all the fans watching from home and at the stadium. Man of the match will go to an Arsenal player, and it was Olivier Giroud with an 8.5 rating. We have a youth scouting report attached from France, and our first target is a 74 to 94 potential player. Sign him up to the youth academy, and we'll continue on seeing if we have any more prospective players. But that will be the only one for this month. I've just realized that we have 2 scouts available to disperse, and it's about time that we send a scout over to the Republic of Ireland, 3 months looking for a physically strong player. We'll send our other scout over to Spain. I want to cover all the different nationalities that we already have here at Southampton. Of course, with Romeu being our only Spanish player, we want to get some more into the side. What a match this could be for us. Because we got a draw in our previous game, we won't be able to overtake Spurs with the win. But if we were to get a win, that would close the points gap to just 1 point. It will be a strong team to feature for us at White Hart Lane. We've had to bench a couple of players due to fitness issues, but we have a front three of Jay Rodriguez, Sebastian Aller, and Nathan Redmond. Jake Hesketh getting the nod to start at center attacking mid. We'll see if the young gem can fulfill his potential and show up in this game. Some of you might remember the last time that we played Spurs in this career mode. They absolutely stomped us. I'm not looking to do that again today, and they are missing some notable players, so we'll try our best and see if we can walk away with a win. The thing about Spurs is that they just keep on attacking. They do not give you any space to breathe, and we'll have to find a way to break out of this press by pushing forward on our own and just catching them on the break. But you can see how high of a line they are playing and the quality of players they have in the midfield. It's going to be Dyer to play this one over to Wanyama, the former Southampton player. Dribbling this one inside, finding Christian Eriksen. And very patient with the play, looking for Heung-min Son, the Premier League player of the month. But we get the interception with Cedric, and we might be on the break if we can keep this in bounds. Nathan Redmond, well done. And he's got more pace than Rose. Just needs a loft and a cross, and he's unable to keep that one in bounds. Well defended by the Spurs fullback. It's Son again. Sending it across, Jose Font dealing with it well. And Jake Hesketh needs to find the outlet. He does, and it's a perfect through ball. And once again, Nathan Redmond trying to take on the Spurs fullback. This time he cuts inside, has options around him, and it's a perfect through ball to find Jake Hesketh. Gets the shot on target. Hugo Lloris, though, one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League, does make the save. Will loft in the corner kick. Someone needs to get their noggin on it, but it's cleared away, and Romelu Lukaku starts another attack for Spurs. Oh, that's some poor defending. Romelu Lukaku is not going to be missing from there. We've held Spurs and contained them for most of this game, but all it takes is one mistake, and a striker of Romelu Lukaku's quality is never going to miss a chance from inside the 6-yard box. Fraser Forster's played a good game, and this match is still within reach for us. We just need to start pushing forward. Oh, it is a second one. I thought he was offside, but the scoreline ticker was a little bit late on the punch. Good cross sent in by Christian Eriksen, and Heung-min Son able to finish that chance. This is how the last match got out of hand. We conceded one, and then Spurs just started piling them on. I'll be doing my best to avoid that. You know, a 1-0 scoreline would have been respectable from the first 45 minutes, but a 2-0 scoreline is something else entirely. I'm expecting more from the lads, and I'll try to pep them up during the halftime break and see if we can close this gap to 2-1 or even 2-2. Oh man, what a bit of play by Tottenham. What a bit of play by them. You know, Romelu Lukaku has been a magnificent signing for them. Having lost Harry Kane, they had to replace him with someone. And I would argue that Romelu Lukaku has been that guy. Some nice triangle passing to set that up, and I think that was even an outside the boot shot. 30 minutes left to go, and this match is pretty much out of our hands, so I may as well make a couple of changes and reserve some of our players for the next fixture against Manchester United. Jay Rodriguez coming off, and we will bring on Shane Long, as well as Jordi Classic coming off for Romeu. Spurs are just too good. I don't even know what it is. They are just a step above every single Premier League side that we have played this season. I don't feel like my gameplay has been necessarily worse against Spurs. They just convert on so many of their chances, and their passing play is unlike any other team. By the way, I am on ultra defensive, so it's not like I'm pushing too far forward like the last time. Spurs just seem to find those spaces. Shane Long looking for the space. Sebastian Haller's open. Let's get a goal back, boys. Just needs to be a finesse shot. And there it is. We get a goal in this game. 4-1. Won't mean much for the result today, but it will do a lot for my pride and the team's pride. Well done by that man. We might be able to get a second. Sebastian Haller once again, and we get a second goal. All of a sudden, it's 4-2. We've cut the deficit in half. It's a little bit too late for this to happen, but come Monday, I don't think we'll be the laughing stock all over the press. The team came alive in the last 10 minutes of the game. We just need to put that kind of performance in for the entire 90 minutes. That's easier said than done, but we'll take a look at the player ratings, and I think it would have to go to Sebastian Haller, but surprisingly, Jake Hesketh got our man of the match, but for Spurs, it was Romelu Lukaku with the 8.9. We'll turn our attention to Manchester United and Jose Mourinho for the final match of today's episode. It's been a week since we last played Spurs, so I'm thinking that the team has a clean slate and they've forgotten about that result. Simply in terms of player ratings, I think Manchester United have the best team in the Premier League. Robert Lewandowski, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Paul Pogba, the list goes on, and they have so many players available at their arsenal. But player ratings don't necessarily result in wins. We'll see if we can sneak away with a victory today. How has Mkhitaryan found his way through here? This is the best chance of the game for United, and they might just make a mess out of it. But Mkhitaryan's still there, defended so well by Jose Font, and we'll try to get forward on the counterattack. Sebastian Haller providing an option, but Manchester United, they're so good at getting back and defending. But all of a sudden, it's James Ward-Prowse. Gets tripped up, and that is a reckless challenge. Ooh, this could be a chance. Sebastian Haller needs to use his strength to his advantage and hold off Eric Bailly. We'll keep it in bounds and send in the cross. I'd love to have him in the middle, but it's Dusan Tadic hitting the side netting. Chance creation has been an issue, but we're still level going into the break, and as long as we get more shots on target, there is a chance that we can get a goal by David De Gea. That's the message I'm spreading to the team. We'll see if they can turn that into a result. Sofiane Boufal needs to make this run. He's got a ton of space to do some damage, and my main priority is getting a shot on target with his right foot. David De Gea with the save. And a second save made by the Spanish goalkeeper. Well done by him. I knew going into the game it would be tough to beat him, but he's played even better than I thought. Now Højbjerg. Boufal, scoop turning, and going to try to bang that one crossbody. He did it against Petr Cech, but it's not going to work against David De Gea. We'll send in the corner kick and see if someone can win this one. Jose Font, goal line clearance by Luke Shaw. And the former Saints player saving a goal. 30 minutes left to go, and this is usually the time I make the changes in the game. Dusan Tadic will take him off and bring on Nathan Redmond. Shane Long is a player who I haven't given much playtime in today's episode, but he has been scoring goals as of late. So I'll substitute him on for our center attacking mid in James Ward-Prowse. It's a weird move, but it just seems to work. I don't know what it is. Outside of that, we'll also give Romeu a bit of playtime for Jordi Clasie. Paul Pogba, looking to be the hero for Manchester United. The $100 million man is still on the ball and really isn't making much out of anything. Just trying to get by our defenders. Now lofting in a perfect cross, but Fraser Forster does make the save. We'll try to punt this one forward and see if we can win a header with Sebastian Haller. Someone needs to follow that up and pick up the garbage. It's Ander Herrera. The deflection goes our way, and now Shane Long has space to run. We'll let him use his pace and see if he can get around Eric Bailly. It's a good tackle by the center back from the Ivory Coast, and now Sofiane Buffal has the run in the middle. It'll be Højbjerg to shoot, and the shot going wide. Usually only grabbing 2 points from 3 games is a disappointing outing, but looking at the competition that we had in today's episode, Arsenal, Spurs, and now Manchester United, I think that we competed with the very best, and it shows that this Southampton team is not far away from competing with the best in the Premier League. But guys, that will wrap things up for today's episode of the Southampton Career Mode. If you have enjoyed today's episode, go ahead and drop a like down below. Subscribe if you are new around here, and if you're interested, you can follow me on my other social platforms. I have links to those down in the description. But until next time, this has been Flick. I'll be talking to you guys again soon.